Right, let me shuffle over. Here we go. Hey, hello, welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key and we are live for Manchester City against Newcastle. What a big game in the title race this is. This is a huge game. After Arsenal dropping points against Wolves in midweek, now massive pressure on Manchester City. And I'll be dead honest, I don't see anything other than a City win here. I want to hear your thoughts, I want to hear your predictions in the chat, but I've got to say, I hope they just get goals. I'm not even that bothered. I just feel like we've been starved of goals and excitement after that Bournemouth game just then. It was a really tough watch. West Ham Bournemouth, we watched 0-0. Difficult Saturday evenings football. So hopefully we just get goals and chances galore in this City Newcastle game. I'd love a 4-3. It'd be a wonderful 4-3 if we got a win tonight, but I'm thinking it's going to be... a City win. Yeah, I can't see anything other than a City win, but I want to hear your thoughts. Dyer91, good to see you back in, mate. Good to see you. DJ Nardos' predictions, mate. I'm hoping for a City win. I think it's probably going to be I actually think City win this quite comfortably. I think it's going to be like a 2-0. A comfortable 2-0 in the end. It's on TNT, this one, isn't it? Is it TNT? Is it TNT? Yeah, TNT. There you go. I was wondering why we're on Premier League football on Bournemouth on the the Sky Sports. Spurs are 100% staying up after West Ham struggling. Agreed, yeah. Go on Newcastle, you can do it. Blas says you should have watched Real Madrid. I agree, yeah. Real Madrid getting beat by Osasuna, that'll be great news for Barcelona. La Liga, I'm telling you, people called me stupid for watching Girona-Barcelona the other day on Monday last week. I really think that the La Liga title race is just starting to hot up. And honestly, I mean, put the whole Vinicius Junior Prestiani racism affair aside, I honestly don't think they're even through in the Champions League. I think Benfica could maybe turn up at the Bernabeu and do something on Wednesday night. So we'll be watching that one as well. Real Madrid are a little bit all over the place. Barcelona are a little bit all over the place. Is there an outside chance that maybe an Atleti could start? I mean, they're all over the place as well. It's crazy. So yeah, the La Liga title race is bizarrely more exciting than the Premier League one at the minute. Martin, hello. This is Martin all the way from Kenya. All the best to Newcastle. Lot to love, Martin. Blah, you should watch some Serie A games sometimes. I've watched quite a bit of Serie A this season. We did watch... what was the last Serie A game we did, actually? Inter against Pisa. We watched Inter Pisa. Pisa went 2-0 up against Inter, turned it round and won 5-2. That wasn't that long ago. That was maybe a week or two ago, was it? Pisa against Inter? Yeah. We've done quite a few Serie A games, to be honest. Liam says, I'll take a draw, but a win would be insane. Blah says, Inter Juve. We didn't do Inter Juve. We did AC Milan against... Oh, we did Napoli-Roma. We did Napoli-Roma last week. We've done Roma against Atalanta. Roma-Atalanta. Napoli-Roma. And we did Juve... we did Galatasaray-Juve last week. We do quite a bit of Italian teams, Italian footy. You're an Inter fan, that's why. Oh, nice. Lovely. Well, yeah, listen, mate, we cover everyone here. We're not just a one-game fan channel or a one-club fan channel. It's nothing like that. We watch football every single day, and if there's no Premier League football on, if there's no Champions League football on, then you're looking around and seeing what's the best game across Europe that we can do. But every single day I watch a game of football with you, at least one. Today we're doing two. This is the second one. I kind of wish I hadn't done the Bournemouth one, if I'm dead honest. FTM says Man City 3, Haaland still pulling off a stinker and Semenyo pulling off a masterclass. But City to win 3-1. Okay, I like it. Liam says 23rd of Jan was the Inter game, sir. 23rd of Jan was the Pisa Inter game. Was it really? How time flies. Well, Napoli-Roma was only last week or so, wasn't it? Shell, lovely to see you. Jake, how's it going? FCB, good to see you, Liam, again. Where are we all? 3-star, what a guy. Who else are we missing? Sarah, great to see you all in the chats. Lovely. Liam, which is your favourite shirt behind you? Favourite shirt behind me? Probably the Fiorentina one. Again, I like Battistutto, but I like my Malaga kit as well. I've got a couple of Malaga kits. I like Malaga. But my favourite Liverpool one is the top green one, the green Liverpool kit in the top left. Top left as you look at it. Is it the top left? It is top left, isn't it, as you look at it? My left. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. ZQHV, only City player to score will be Marmouche. And Blah says, I've been watching you for a long time, but I don't normally write. Oh, you should, mate. Get involved in the chat. It's good to hear from you. Yeah, get involved. Get amongst it. Aaron says, do you want me to send you a blue kit? Do you want me to send you a United kit? Not really, mate, no. I appreciate the offer, but no. Not for me. Charmy says, all good. Hope you're doing well too. AC, are you attracted to men by chance? I'm not interested, no. I'm a happily married man. Why do you ask, though? That's a bizarre question to ask. What's wrong with being attracted to men if that's your thing? It's not mine, but hey, whatever works for you, mate. Different strokes for different folks. Odd question to ask that for City Newcastle. Unless it was a proposition, in which case I'm flattered. I'm really flattered. City, look at the flags on that pitch. Guy fancies you, lad. Hey, I know. I don't get too many propositions these days. I've got to take every one I get. Aaron says, who will be the first goal scorer? For this one, Malik Chow, own goal. Don't know why, got a feeling. AC, giving vibes, aren't you? Are they vibes you're picking up, though, mate? That's the question. If you're detecting them vibes, then own it, mate. Hey, listen, whatever works for you. Life's short. Do what makes you happy. Bladder Ball says, Arsenal fan here, pains me to say City win. Let's go through the City lineups, actually, because I've not seen them yet. Let's have a look. City lineups. Where are you? Man City v Newcastle. Here we go. Lineup. So, Donnarumma in goal. Nunes, Diaz, Gueye, Aït-Nouri. That's a really solid defence, isn't it? O'Reilly, Rodri, Silva, Marmouche, Haaland, Semenyo. City are winning tonight. I don't even need to look at the Newcastle lineup. Newcastle lineups: Pope, Hall, Byrne, Chow, Trippier, Willock, Tonali, Ramsey, Gordon, Voltemada, Ilanga. I think Newcastle are going to get their arse handed to them here. It genuinely might be a 3 or 4-0. I think they're going to get their arse handed to them. Fermi Key, you not hate watching the City game? I'm watching the City game, mate. Yeah, this is what we're watching. Aaron, own goal can't be a first goal scorer, though. Oh, we talking about... Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, don't take my advice, mate. Definitely don't take advice from me on that stuff. Liam says we're 6 points off West Ham, but got City next week at home. Buzzy Muntu, check in, like, button, check. Yes, well done, Buzzy Muntu. Love that. Mr. Sharpovich, Mr. Thomas, evening again. How's it going, Sharpovich? How's it going, sir? 29 goals this season in all comps for Erling Haaland, but one goal in his last 9 appearances against Newcastle. Femi, who do you want to win? What do you think the score will be? Who do I want to win? I'd like City to win. I mean, I don't really care, but I would like City to win. I think City win. Just because I think it makes the title race a whole lot more interesting. But I think City win, and I am going to go for 3-0. 3-0 City. Erling Haaland hat-trick against Newcastle tonight, says Mukintar Siat. And Matthew says, how are we, crazy people? Hope you're well, Key. I'm good, Matthew. How are you, sir? Very good. Most importantly, that's the main thing. Oh, excuse me. M says, cooking for City as usual. That's not cooking for City as usual. I would prefer City to win over Arsenal. It's not really cooking. Guess it depends on your definition of cooking, I guess. Thank you very much, sir. Very kind of you. Here we go. Kick off. Come on. Come on. Let's make sure we get a nice early goal in this one. Let's get off to a fast start. I fancy City to get this one wrapped up by half-time. Evan, evening key. Hoping for a City win today to really put the pressure on Arsenal. You and me both, sir. Femi, why would you want City to win over the mighty Arsenal? City play better football, mate, in my opinion. That's all it boils down to. Nothing else. There's nothing more insidious to it. It genuinely is just, I think City play better football. Nothing else. I don't mind Arsenal at all. Nothing wrong with the club. Like the fans. Good fun. Yeah, very good club. Very likeable team. Don't play great style of football. That's the only thing. That's the only fly in the ointment. Is I prefer City's style of play to Arsenal's. That's all. Sarah says, I live 20 minutes drive away from the City ground. Lovely stuff. I think you'll be disappointed tonight, says Femi. Oh, I hope you're wrong, Femi. But hey, we'll be watching in hope anyway. FCB says, Key, that West Ham game was boring. Yeah, it was, mate. It wasn't great, was it? But I appreciate everyone sticking around to hear me waffling for 90 minutes. We had a chat, didn't we? We had a good laugh. Full-time score, 1-1, says Milton Starford. Okay. I think once that first City goal goes in, the floodgates open and City are in. What a ball in. Oh, it's a corner. Very nearly there. Malik Chow. Malik Chow saying to his defence, he's saying, push out, get out. You've got to get out. You can't be letting them have this much space. I know he got down the left-hand side. It was a good ball in. And it's a City corner. And already, 90 seconds in, we've got a corner for City. I'm telling you, they're gonna absolutely batter Newcastle today. Chimey, I want Newcastle to bottle it only because of their annoying fans. City corner headed away. Here's Nico O'Reilly. Wonderful player. I think this could be 2 or 3-0 by half-time and game over. Yeah, me too, mate. I think it was a little bit, reminds me a little bit of the League Cup game in that Newcastle just looks so underprepared. Oh, and obviously they've had that long trip to Azerbaijan in midweek, which City haven't had. So that extra little, it's a long away trip, and that can take it out of you mentally. And then they've got the extra, legs, the extra minutes in the legs. That can be a real factor at play. So Newcastle will tire a lot faster than City will tonight. City play a short corner. They had another corner here. Ball whipped in from the right-hand side. Oh, here we go. It's a big chance for City. It's going to be another corner. Third corner. 3 corners in 3 minutes for City. Newcastle 1-0 Gordon, says Alfie. We'll see. We'll see. We've had 3 corners in 3 minutes. City. Get the ball in the box. Go on. Nice early ball in. Vikram says Man City win. Femi, they're not set piece FC like us. It's true. It's very true. Certainly the best side in the league at set pieces. There's no doubt about that, Arsenal. Oh, Semenyo wins it back. It's wonderful play by City. Ball over to the far side. Here's Aït-Nouri. The pressure is all on. Straight from the off. City playing like champions elect. Even that felt grubby, actually. I don't like all that. FCB says, Key, how have you been over the last 3 months? Very good, mate. Thank you. How have you been? Oh, well, you've told me, but I hope you... Yeah, I'm glad you're better. I'm glad you're better. Emrail says, do you think Spurs will go down? No, not a chance. Amy, Sheffield Derby tomorrow. It is, yeah. Iron should win that one with Wednesday all over the place. Layla says, thank you for being the medicine to my mood. That's very kind. Thank you for being... I don't know what the word is, but thank you for coming in and... lifting my day, mate. I appreciate it. What confidence will Newcastle bring? I don't imagine they'll bring any confidence into this one. Even though they've won 6-1 away at Carabao, I think in their heart of hearts they'll know it was Carabao. Up the tune, says Oliver. Elanga is the worst signing this season, says Chimey. Do we think so? Who is the worst signing this season? If you had to name, looking at all the players that have come in and all that, I don't know. I think pound for pound, Elanga's been a bad one. There have been some bad ones, haven't there? I mean, Isak's probably pound for pound the worst signing, but only because of value for money. We've not really got any value out of him. I think over the course of his contract, he'll prove that wrong. I think he'll definitely prove us it'll have been an astute signing, because I think next year we see the best of Isak. But yeah, you've still got to say Isak's pound for pound the worst signing. This fella's probably not far behind Voltemada. Shell, have you heard from Scottish Key? If you do, can you tell him I send him my best wishes, please? Of course. Yeah, no, I've not heard from Scottish in about a week or so, maybe 2 weeks. The last we heard that he was going into hospital, I think, or he'd just come out of hospital. I think he was going in hospital, wasn't he? And he's not been feeling too well. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out for Scottish. I've not got any way of contacting him, sadly. I did say if he wanted to, to drop me a message or something, I'd love to send something to him if he's in hospital. Just send something from the channel, because he's been such a big part of the channel over the last few months. He's a really lovely fella, and I hope everything picks up for him in the next few weeks. Bloody awful being in hospital. So yeah, our thoughts are with him. And yeah, Shell, if he does pop in and you're not around, I promise I'll say you asked about him. Oliver, cheers for the gift, mate. I appreciate that. And FCB, what are we up to? Sorry, Buzzy 1-2 from a financial point of view, Isak. Yeah, it has to be Isak, doesn't it? Jack says, I reckon Voltemada would be assisting and getting his goals up if he went to Chelsea. There's rumours about Voltemada to Everton, isn't there? That seems to be picking up the pace. And Emrail says Gyökeres. Gyökeres for 70 million, yeah. Now basically the third choice centre-forward at Arsenal, isn't he? I think if all centre-forwards are fit, I don't even think Gyökeres is backup centre-forward now at Arsenal. Shay says, I hate hospitals, I do, just the energy about them, and the two of sisters are doctors. Oh, two of your sisters are doctors. Yeah, it's not nice. It's horrible. Julius, I just ordered some food. Oh, lovely. What have you got? What have you got? Arsenal need to go for Alvarez in the summer. Julian Alvarez to Arsenal. Possibly, yeah. Adam says, what do you think the points total will be to win the league? Low 80s. It was 84 for Liverpool last year. I think it could be about that again, to be honest. It's been a really difficult watch this season. I think whoever wins the league, whether it's City or Arsenal, it's not going to be one for the purists. It's not going to be one that you look at and think, what a great side or anything like that. They're just going to have won it, and well done to him, whoever it is. Andy says, chances of Forest getting relegated and qualifying for the Champions League. No, I don't think Forest win the Europa League. They're doing well in Europe, but I don't think they win it. I think there's better teams in Europe than Forest. I think Betis would beat them. I think, even though they've already beaten Betis this season, of course. I think Betis would beat them over 2 legs. I think Villa would beat them over 2 legs. I think there's better sides in Europe than Forest. But I think they could get relegated for sure. Liam says, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, bargain of the summer if we can stay up. It's been a fair few bargains as well. Would that be a first ever? I think it would, yeah. Qualifying for the Champions League and being relegated. There's been sides who've been relegated and qualified for Europe. But not Champions League. Hello, Key and chat. How's it going, normal guy? Good to see you. Key, I think Newcastle should go for De Jong. I'm so keen on getting him. We only got Frankie De Jong here. City, ball in down the left-hand side. Oh, unlucky, cleared away. Dan Burn. City can't honestly, Newcastle can't get out of their own half at the minute. They can't get out of their own box. Semenyo. Oh, City riding through the challenges, to be honest, but they're just so difficult for Newcastle to even get the ball away. They've got a free kick here. Femi says, not watching the game. I can't be bothered. It's not. It's going to be a difficult watch if you're an Arsenal fan, because at the minute it's just relentless City pressure. I don't think, once that first goal comes for City, I think it's just going to be, the floodgates will open and it'll just be a chaotic game. It'll be City 3 or 4 at that point. Forest poor in Europe like Palace, playing qualifiers. Palace struggling as well, yeah. 1-1 draw in Bosnia against Zrinjski Mostar in midweek. We're doing the second leg of that one later on this week. Live every day, as you know. Empty seats piss me off, says Rick Van Nutter. City for you, isn't it? City. I've even got the blue light behind me for City today. Reggie, come on you Magpies, those Sharks are going hungry. Did you see the discussion about Manchester City, sorry, not Manchester City, about Newcastle's owners the other day, where they were talking about how, obviously January, it was quite evident that Newcastle needed some new signings. They were desperate for some new signings, and the Saudi owners didn't give Newcastle any money really to go and get what they needed. And there was talk that a factor in that decision was the fact that a price of oil has dropped from, I think it was £84 a barrel. It's dropped from £84 a barrel to, I think, £61 a barrel, something like that. It's basically a 20-25% drop in the price of oil. And obviously oil makes up something like 70% of Saudi's total national turnover or something like that. And for that reason, they're not ploughing as much investment in football anymore. The designs for the 2034 World Cup, which is being held in Saudi, they sent off all these grandiose, fantastic designs to the architects and said, listen, we want the best of the best of the best in terms of stadiums. The architects came back and said, here we go, this is what we've got for you. And they've gone back to them and said, you're going to have to wind it back a little bit. You have to pull it back because that's far too expensive. And that's just not the sort of approach that we've seen from Saudis in years gone by, really, is it? So, yeah, baffling. But there you go. Newcastle might have to live without the Saudi investment. I don't necessarily think they're going to pull out or anything, but it's maybe not going to be as lucrative and unlimited cash as they thought. How did Liverpool bottle the league? Liverpool haven't bottled the league. Strike! Oh, it's there! It's Nico O'Reilly! It's 1-0! It's the guy who should be starting at left back in the World Cup for England. I have been absolutely singing this guy's praises all season. What a player. He's absolutely astonishing, this kid. He can play in midfield. He's playing in midfield tonight. But you've got to get him in the side. He's an absolute cheat code. It's fantastic from Nico O'Reilly. And that is just the goal that we said was going to open the floodgates. Newcastle have been totally and utterly dominated so far tonight. They've been all over the place. It's a lovely pass in, and Nico O'Reilly, edge of the box, rattles it in the bottom corner. Should Nick Pope do better here? Are we being harsh on Nick Pope? City on the counter-attack. It comes to Nico O'Reilly. No, if he gets a hand on it, Nick Pope. Should Nick Pope really be keeping that out? Gets a big hand on it. I think the goalkeeper's got to be disappointed with that, you know. It's a good strike from O'Reilly. He gets a lot on it, but I think if you're Nick Pope and you're watching that back, I think that's got to be one you look to keep out. I think the goalkeeper's going to be disappointed there. But there you go. City 1, Newcastle 0. There's no offside, Femi. There's no VAR check. It's there. It's 1-0, and now Newcastle have got to come out and do something. And is that going to happen? Inder says that's rubbish. I think they'll get Eddie out first and then invest. George says Liverpool bottled the league, spent 500 million, 5 points clear at the start of the season, and look where they are now. That might have something to do with we've had multiple injuries and we didn't sign the players that we needed to, mate. If you spend less than your rivals for years and years and years consistently, then generally speaking, you fall away, and that's what's happened with Liverpool. There's no great science to it. That's the reason why Liverpool aren't in a title race, is because we've consistently sold our best players, replaced them with kids, and spent less than City and Arsenal. If you do that, generally speaking, over a number of years, you'll fall behind, and that is pretty much where Liverpool are at the minute. We're now investing again and going and signing more kids, and hopefully in years to come they bear fruit for us, but we're not spending anywhere near what City and Arsenal are. Reese says Weetabix wrists from Pope. Salah's legs are gone as well. Well, yeah, to be honest, I think Salah's head's gone, to be honest. Here's Gordon now, over the top, and there's a chance here for Newcastle. Oh, no! Gordon, strike, good save, better. And Newcastle are trying to push forward now. They've just had a chance. City are on smoke, domestic treble coming probably. City have the title within their grasp now. George says, no, you are not in a title race because you are awful. Agreed. Because of that reason, George. Agreed. We're not in a title race because we're awful, because we haven't got a bench. Look at our bench. We're usually putting 3 goalkeepers on the bench, for God's sake. We're nowhere near a title race. But City here down the left-hand side. This is a fabulous chance for Marmoush. They could make it 2 here. Into the box, Marmoush. Oh, good save. Strike from Semenyo. No, kept it out. George says Liverpool were 5 points clear 5 games in. Bloody hell, 5 games in? That's crazy. 5 games in? How did we throw it away from 5 games in? It's practically May. City will end up trophyless. Can't see it. I can't see it. I think they win at least. I genuinely think the season hinges on that Carabao Cup final. I cannot say just how important the Carabao Cup final is psychologically between City and Arsenal. I feel like whoever wins that probably goes on to win the league. King Sloth, what score is it? Still 0-0? It's not. It's 1-0. No, it's 1-0. ESG, are the shirts behind you AI? No, they're not AI, mate. No, they're very, very real. Look. There you go. Very, very real shirts. If Arsenal lose, that final, heads are gone. They've got to go and beat City. They've not really done that in a title race and then really gone on to seize the day. That's the problem for Arsenal. They've got to go and really nail City in a title race and show them that they're the better side. And so far, miles off it. Here's Haaland. Keeper comes out and clears it away. George says, but Arsenal last season had loads of injured and academy players on the bench and a centre mid up front. We had to deal with it and have no excuses. It's true. It's true, but you'd still spent an awful lot more than Liverpool last season, and you spent more than us again this season. So it's the same sort of thing. Chimey, I think it's the next City v Arsenal fixture in the Premier League that's more important. Well, there's 3 points riding on that one, but the Carabao Cup comes first. I just think it's going to be... yeah, it's so difficult for anyone to call at the minute. But I don't think the 3 points is going to be the most important thing. City. Oh, far post. What's Nick Pope doing? It's going to be another corner to City. I reckon City could lose that final and still put on a run. K.P. Get in there. Where are the Arsenal fans now? Shitting themselves is the answer. They're all panicking. They're all panicking. Julian says, Prestiani wasn't in the matchday squad for Benfica. What, in the Portuguese league today? Claim for the penalty. No, it's a corner to Newcastle. 20 minutes gone. I tell you, there's still a game going here. There is still a game on. NUFC Sam, do you think Arsenal will bottle it? Every chance. There's every chance. They've done it before. Maybe they'll do it again. Nate says draw 1-1 this game. Okay, well, hey, let's see. Let's see. Come on, Spurs, says Chimey. And Liam says they're panicking. They're going to lose the title. Ball whipped in. Oh, header over the bar from Donnarumma. Unlucky. Over the bar, sorry, from Chow. Donnarumma. Did he get a touch on it? I think he did. I think he's a claim for the corner there. City ain't losing. They're not losing this one, are they? No chance. Julia says, we'll give Man City a helping hand tomorrow. Make it 7, Igor Tudor. Yeah, 7 in a row for Igor Tudor tomorrow. Let's hope. Let's see. Corner from Newcastle. City head it away. Strike from the edge of the box. Big deflection. It's there. It's 1-1. Lewis Hall. Massive deflection. And Newcastle have equalised out of nowhere. Oh, do you know what? It's totally and utterly out of nothing. It's just a corner that falls to the edge of the box. Lewis Hall with a strike. Big deflection. Donnarumma wrong-footed. He can't shift his weight back over to the other side. It's there. It's 1-1. All of a sudden, we've got a game on here. And now they're having a little team meeting in the corner. You can see Dan Burn getting all the lads together in a huddle and going, right, we do not let this slip. Now, hang on a minute. Is there an offside, ref? Is there an offside? Let's see. There might be an offside. Who does it deflect off? Nah, it's off a City player. It's off a City player. The pendulum swings back to the Emirates. Oh, no. The left-backs are running the show. Oh, yeah. This is it. It's the left-back show tonight, isn't it? Brendan says City could still easily lose this one. Remember Spurs a couple of weeks ago? They're as shaky as Arsenal. Fucking City. City. Can't trust a Manchester club. You can't, can you, Chimey? The battle of the potential England left-backs. Hall v O'Reilly. They've both scored, and there you go. City 1, Newcastle 1. We're back on. M says, hold that. What's hold that mean? Don't know what hold that means. No idea. If you're new around here, we've got 25 minutes on the clock. If you're new around here, make sure you've hit the like. Make sure you have subscribed. We are live every day. We're live tomorrow for 2 big games. Forest against Liverpool, followed by Tottenham against Arsenal. Come on. User 478, who would you rather win the league, Everton, United or Arsenal? Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal quite comfortably. Criminal and Nuri turning his back on that one then. Poor. Very poor. Cecil says, hello, Key. Are you enjoying? Always enjoying football, Cecil. You know me. Love a game of football, mate. No matter who's playing. No matter who's playing. The little Reggies are here, sir. The little Reggies are in. Supporting Arsenal or the other side of Liverpool? What, Everton or Arsenal? Who would I rather support? Everton. They'd be my local side then. If Liverpool didn't exist, then I'd be an Everton fan. NUFC Sam, at what time are those matches tomorrow? 2 p.m. and 4:30. 2 p.m. for Forest against Liverpool and 4:30 for Spurs Arsenal. Truman says, when did you start watching football? When I was about 5. Yeah, I remember watching Blackburn. The first Premier League season that I remember watching bits of was Blackburn winning the league. And then I remember Euro 96 quite vividly. And then after that, yeah, the first World Cup that I remember properly, like really, really watching, and I just watched every single game, was France 98. Burn should not have been booked. They were pulling each other. And Buzzy Muntu says, I'm currently reviewing the Spanish league standings. It's concerning that each season appears to be dominated by just 2 teams, Madrid and Barcelona. I mean, Atletico won it not that long ago, mate. Not that long ago. Was Hall's goal good, Key? It was a massive deflection, really. O'Reilly! It's there! He's done it again! Yay! O'Reilly! I tell you what, we've been mega critical of Haaland on this channel. We was asking earlier, who's better, Haaland or Kane? Haaland or Kane? Haaland has just channeled his inner Harry Kane. What a cross this is. Get you a striker who can do both. Haaland stands a lovely little cross up, and Nico O'Reilly running in from deep like prime Tim Cahill. Bang! Heads it right into the bottom corner. City 2, Newcastle 1. Hold that, Arsenal fans. Hold that. There you go. 2-1. Nico O'Reilly sticking it in the bottom corner. You love to see it. It's wonderful stuff. He's an absolute cheat code, this kid. I've said it all season. I'll say it again. This kid needs to start for England. He's that good. Pep Guardiola's loving it. Nico O'Reilly's coming for Haaland's boot. Yes. It's fabulous stuff. Oh yeah, baby. Casper says, do you reckon they should expand the Emirates? I don't know. Will they need to? I guess it depends. If they got to start winning stuff, surely. Got to start winning stuff. Truman says, what position is Nico O'Reilly playing in this game? He's a little bit further forward, but it's difficult really because he's on the left side of a midfield 3, and Aït-Nouri's very, very advanced. Look at where Aït-Nouri's starting position is. He's basically starting as a left winger. Marmoush is tucking in, Aït-Nouri's very high, and Nico O'Reilly's got a lot of defensive duties, so he's not totally a centre mid. It's not like he's playing like a number 10. It's crazy. But he can do a bit of everything, Nico O'Reilly. He's a quality player. He's shit at left back. Oh, Shay, don't be silly. Don't be silly. Nico O'Reilly, Hattie incoming. Oh, that's a foul, ref. That's a clear foul from Lewis Hall. Let's have a yellow card for that, sir. Jin says, so now you have hate for Arsenal and Newcastle on that list now. What a guy. I don't have hate for Arsenal or Newcastle. I like both. Semenyo did really well there, but Haaland, what a cross that is from Erling Haaland. Liam says, expand the library. What for? The non-existent trophy cabinet? Arsenal got rid of Arteta. You'll start winning trophies easily. That's from Leeds fan Liam Manning there. Reggie says, Kieran Trippier is a chocolate teapot these days. Key hates Newcastle, says Madhouse. That's not true. That's not true at all. Nick G, why do you pretend to be a Liverpool fan? What makes you say that I'm not a Liverpool fan? I mean, I can give you some sort of proof if you're looking for it, like. But why? What makes you say I'm not a Liverpool fan? Jane says, why are you being so biased on them saying a foul? Use your eyes. It's not. Where's the foul? What foul? What are you talking about a foul for? That was a foul. The referee gave a foul. It was a foul. Reggie, oh, we've done that one, sorry. Smelly Belly, are you a Man City fan? I'm not, mate, no. I've got the lights behind me in Manchester City blue tonight, just because I thought we'd give him a bit of support for tonight's game, just to be, united front for City. Because we all want to see a good footballing side win the league, do you know what I mean? City will win 4-2. Sparks, if Arsenal did expand the Emirates, they'd be pretty fast doing it, because according to Key, they're professional scaffolders. Yeah, that's true. That is true. They'd be very good at doing it. Nick G, you hate Arsenal more than you support Liverpool. How are you quantifying that, Nick? I don't hate Arsenal at all, but I definitely support Liverpool. Got all the receipts to prove it. Wait till they equalise and I come on here. Well, then maybe that says more about you than it says about me. I've seen your videos, big man. But you've not said anything that suggests that I hate Arsenal. You spend so much time watching Arsenal. I watch everyone every day. I don't think this is the point of the channel. Maybe I should. Can someone help him? I watch footy every day, mate. Every single day. I watch as much of City as I do Arsenal. I watch as much of Liverpool. Well, I watch more Liverpool. I watch every Liverpool game. But I don't watch every Arsenal game. And I don't watch every City game. But I watch a lot of Premier League football. And inevitably, given Arsenal a top, they're generally on in like peak TV slots. Like the Arsenal-Wolves game, I was never not going to watch him because it was the only game on Thursday night, wasn't it? That's how it works. T Bliss says, all Liverpool fans are City fans, to be fair. And SHR says City will win this one 4-2. Did you see the stats free kick? I did, yeah. Anton Stat did very well, didn't he? Great goal. Reminded me a little bit of Fabio Aurelio's for Liverpool against Chelsea. Obi-Wan Kenobi says, to be fair, I'm an Arsenal fan, but he does watch all teams, to be fair to him. Timbo, hello, mate. I'm fucking fuming, as I'm sure you can imagine. Oh, Burnley. Yeah, we love the Clarets. That was a great result today. I love that. Such a biased channel against Newcastle and Arsenal. You support every team who plays Arsenal like mad because you'd rather see City win yet again. That's true. That is true, yeah. I'd rather see City win a league title than Arsenal. I don't think that makes me an Arsenal hater, though. That you can feel neutral about Arsenal, even respect them and admire their players, but still prefer City to win. That is infinitely possible, and that is exactly the case with me. Wait till Newcastle sign Darwin Núñez in the summer and make Liverpool see how to treat a player. It's easy to treat a player well when they're the best player in your side. It's all well and good. They were burning Isaac shirts in the summer. Ronan Hanley, who will win the league key? I think it's got City all over it at the minute. I think Arsenal have to win it because they've spent more than anyone else. Arsenal have to win it. It's an absolute travesty bottle job. Biggest bottle of all time if Arsenal do throw it away. But I think they have to win it. So it's one of them, like, Arsenal should win it. By all accounts of the team in front, they've been massively in front throughout the season. City have been dreadful. And Arsenal have literally, like, chauffeured them back into the Premier League title race. They've opened the door. They've walked them in. There's not really much more that City can... City are dreadful, really. But they're going to win the league if Arsenal just keep making these mistakes. Rachel Todd. Hi, new one here. I'm a Liverpool fan. Great to see you, Rachel. I'm a Liverpool fan as well. Who do you want to win the league? See if you... I don't know. Who do you want to win the league? Because a lot of Liverpool fans, like me, are also wanting City out of the two. If it has to be City or Arsenal, a lot of Liverpool fans tend to prefer City in that title race. I'd be intrigued to what you think. Keith says anybody would rather see City win the title over Arsenal, and I'm a Man United fan. That fan base are so delusional, I wouldn't trust rather listen to City fans make fun of Gunner fans. Fair enough, Keith, I'll take that. Fair enough. I'm actually done with Pope, says Jaden. I thought he should have done better on that first goal. Yeah. YA says Arsenal need to win it. They have had 3 seasons playing second fiddle. Nick G says spent more than anyone else. Now you're just making things up. Well, no, Arsenal spent more than anyone else. That's true. Truman, if Wrexham gets to the Premier League, how will you feel about it? Great. I like Wrexham. I like them a lot. Good side. Good club. Mr. Sharpovich says, I have a theory. Liverpool were instrumental in the rise of City to halt bitter rivals Manchester United and Arsenal. It's the Trojan horse. Do you think? Why were Liverpool instrumental in the rise of Manchester City? I'm not sure if I agree with that. I'm intrigued as to the thinking, though. Nick G, they just haven't, though. Well, that just shows that... I mean, Google's free. Google's free. You've spent nearly double what Liverpool have since Arteta's come in. You can check that out. That's easy done. Keith says you can't listen to a fan base that tells the whole of the Premier League that this current Arsenal team are the 3rd best team in the history of football. We've heard these grandiose claims, haven't we, Keith? I've been hearing from Arsenal fans all season that Gabriel and Saliba... There was genuinely an Arsenal fan in here, I'm not kidding, and plenty of the regulars in the chat will agree with me because they remember it. There was Arsenal fans in here earlier this season. City are in, should be 3 here, should be 3! Oh, have you not put that in? It's O'Reilly as well, he's useless, him. He should have been making it, that should have been a hat-trick. It should have been a hat-trick. Would he have been onside, though? Oh, City should have killed that off there. We had Arsenal fans, several Arsenal fans earlier in the season who were saying that Gabriel and Saliba were the best centre-back partnership of all time. By the end of this season, he said, I promise you, by the end of this season, they weren't like winding up, they weren't not Arsenal fans because they've been back in since. They are proper Arsenal fans, and they were saying, Gabriel and Saliba, if they win the league this year, by the end of the year, they'll be talked about in the same vein as, Adams and Keown, Terry and Carvalho, Vidic and Ferdinand, Van Dijk and Joe Gomez, all them. But yeah, there was, and to be honest, they even mentioned Maldini, Maldini and Nesta and Baresi. They were saying in that sense. Skibbity says, trust me, they aren't real fans. And Reese, if I hear more arguments over Arsenal's spending, I'll lose it. Spurs dagger tomorrow. Will real ones remember tug in the box is right. Every fan base that takes points off Arsenal enjoy it so much. The hatred for Arsenal is universal. This is not coming from me, by the way. This is coming from the chat, and there's a lot of different fan bases in the chat. Semenyo, Nick Pope claims it does well, though. Does very well. Igor Tudor to wear a full Spurs kit and win 1-0. Gamer Guru says Van Dijk and Joe Gomez. Newcastle in again here. That's Andy Gordon. Tell me he keeps this out. Oh, he gives it away. Poor that. Easy that for Donnarumma. Tobe says, come on, Newcastle 2-3. He's getting a hat-trick in. Lewis says, your accent is cool, bro. Where are you from? So I grew up in a place called St Helens, which is just kind of in between Liverpool and Manchester. I was 20 minutes, born 20 minutes from Anfield. Grew up in St Helens, which is, it's kind of a halfway house between Scouse and Manc. It's a bit of a mongrel accent. Zachary, you're more of an Arsenal hater than Liverpool. Well, I'm not, but okay, whatever works for you. Alicia says, one of them is Brian and Kern, isn't it, JT? Not seen them in a bit. And Ginge for life, you're lucky. I'm lucky. T-Bliss, can we hear one thing you like about Arsenal if you're not just a hater? You've got the best squad in world football. Is that nice enough? In fact, I said stronger. I have been stronger on that. I actually said that Arsenal are the best team in the world. I've said that repeatedly. But apparently I'm an Arsenal hater. You've got the best team in the world, and you should win the league. And if you don't win the league, it's because of your manager. That's the only reason you wouldn't, because you've spent the most money. You have got the best squad. And I'm not just talking about the best first... I don't even know if you've got the best first 11. You've definitely got the best squad. Once you look at the bench, the options that Arsenal have as a squad, you are by far and away the best squad in world football. And if you don't win the league, it's because you're manager. That's it. There's nothing else to be said. And that's why I'm saying I think that's about as nice as we can say with Arsenal. They're the best team. I've said I think you'll win the Champions League since the start of the season. I've had a funny feeling about Arsenal in the Champions League. I said City would win the league at the start of the year. Around Christmas time, that changed, and I said I think it has to be Arsenal now. City have been dreadful. But they've let them back in. They've let them back in. It's crazy. Lewis says, Key, do you remember who on the channel said that atrocious take and are they irregular? They are, yes. Somewhat regular, anyway. Actually, who was it? Was it Egyptonicus? I don't think it was Egyptonicus. Oh, I don't want to give that atrocious take to him because he's a lovely lad. He's a good Arsenal fan. I like him a lot. Keith says, Gabriel and Saliba are the greatest centre-back duo of all time. So players like Terry, Van Dijk, Carragher, Vidic, Ferdinand, Stam was brilliant, wasn't he? Yeah, Pallister. Tetley's going to be turned off in a minute. Exactly what we all said. Insufferable fan base. Yeah, do you know what? No, mate. I'll say this, Keith. Every fan base has got them, haven't they, mate? You're a United fan. Listen, I'm sure you've seen United fans with some bad takes. I can say as a Liverpool fan, I've encountered lots of Liverpool fans with some pretty horrendous takes, and it's football fans in general. We're all pretty reactionary, and a lot of these are kids as well. They're not grown adults with, who've watched a bit of football. There's a lot of people who have got these opinions, who've watched Saliba and Gabriel, and maybe they only got into football in the last few years. They weren't watching football when COVID was going on. Newcastle, they've equalised! It's Dan Burn! Fucking hell, City! Oh, he's offside! Hey, yes! He's offside! Yeah, big Dan Burn, get yourself back. No chance. Go on, City. Hey, yes! He was offside there, surely. Oh, he's miles off. He's miles off. Could drive a bus through that gap. He's miles offside. No, it's not off. It's not a goal. It's City 2, Newcastle 1. It's City 2, Newcastle 1. I Am Crute says, when you were deciding on what team to support growing up, did you consider United at all, seeing as you were between the two? No. There was no decision to be made. My dad's a Liverpool fan. He's been going since 1972. I was always going to be a Liverpool fan. There was never a decision. When I was 4 years old, my mum took me to Chester Zoo and put me in the black Manchester United kit. The sharp, the Eric Cantona one where he kicks, whatever his name is, the Crystal Palace fan. Yeah, I was in that kit at 4 years of age, walking around Chester Zoo with my mum. And then I got back home, and there is a picture of me that exists at 4 years of age in that black United away kit. And my mum got it from like a charity shop or something. It was like, Key likes football. We'll get him this. We'll put him in this. She didn't realise what she was doing, the poor woman. So I was that close. I was that close to being a United fan. But it would never have happened. As soon as I got home, my dad walked in. I don't remember this, but my dad walked in apparently from work and was like, what the fucking hell is he doing in that? Get that off him now. And it literally went in the bin that night. And he bought me the Liverpool kit with Fowler 23 on the back. And from that moment on, I was a Liverpool fan. So yeah, technically the first kit I ever owned was a United kit. I'm a bigger fraud than Goldbridge. City's cook. Louis says, Key, my name is Louis, not Louis. Sorry, mate, I apologise, Louis. Did you see that Burns was pushed to offside? Behave yourself. Please, can we see the photo? It's been locked away. It's never seen the light of day, that. Keith says, that's a tough question to ask someone if they could have supported another team. My dad was a United fan his whole life, so naturally I support United, the same as all my brothers. Yeah, see, I've got cousins who are Evertonians. I've got, my granddad was a Blue. My granddad was an Evertonian. Got a couple of, close relatives and stuff who were United fans, but I was always going to be Liverpool. It was always. My dad is super, super Liverpool fan. I was never, ever going to be anything other than Liverpool. He went watching Liverpool home and away pretty much every game from 72 onwards. He was at Saint Etienne. He was at, You know, he went onto the pitch. Do you know the famous picture where Bill Shankly's like that and he's got the scarf around his neck on the Anfield pitch? My dad ran onto the pitch and shook his hand. That's his, like, claim to fame. So, my dad grew up in the era of Shankly. So I was always going to be that Liverpool fan. I was never going to be a United fan. Why is the linesman so jacked? Dyer says, see, my family's all Liverpool. I had to go against them. Oh, you're a natural contrarian, Dyer. Mason, have you seen the current Arsenal versus Poch's team combined 11 debates? I haven't, Mason, no. That'd be an interesting one to do maybe for tomorrow. We could do that. The current Arsenal squad versus the Poch peak Spurs side. Maybe we do that tomorrow. Let's do that for tomorrow's Spurs North London derby. If you fancy joining us for tomorrow's North London derby, make sure you've liked, make sure you've followed and subscribed. We'll be doing that tomorrow during the game. Keith, my uncle, supports Arsenal. You can imagine I haven't spoke to him for the last 15 years. Good lad. Good lad. Oh, Gamer Guru watching again, Key. He was pushed offside. Hey, listen. Offside's offside. Offside is offside. He was off. That's the point. Have we got a good quiz for half time? Have we? Key, they can't be a regular then. Must be a troll. I'm sure you have a good memory. Well, I mean, I've got 15,000 subs, mate. There's a lot of people who come in. It's difficult. I've got a decent memory for names, but I can't remember everyone. I try to. They're definitely somewhat regular. They've been in them more than once. It might have been Sharpovich, actually. It might have been Mr. Sharpovich. Jake says, my dad's a Liverpool fan. That's why I support him. Good lad. Madhouse, who's your dad's favourite player, Key? Souness. Yeah, Graham Souness. So much so, he named my big brother Graham. That's my big brother's name. Named after Graham Souness. And there was never a great footballer called Kieran. Maybe that's why I'm not one. I was saying that our kid can't play footy. Keith said, also, genuine question, Keith. I've never asked another Liverpool fan this before. I'm not sure why. As this is mainly a Liverpool fan channel, what is everyone's thoughts here on Michael Owen? I'll just push back on one thing, Keith. It's not a Liverpool fan channel. I'm a Liverpool fan, but you'll find there's actually more Everton fans in the community, in the chat, than there are Liverpool fans. We've got Newcastle fans, we've got Leeds fans, we've got Arsenal fans, we've got Notts County fans, Borough fans, Coventry fans. Everyone from all different clubs up and down the pyramid are in the chat because we're not a fan channel at all. We watch a bit of everyone. City, Newcastle, we're watching Liverpool, Forest tomorrow, the North London derby. On Monday, we're doing Everton United. Next Tuesday, we're doing Inter Milan against Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt, obviously 3-1 up. So the whole point of the channel is a game every day. If you love football and you love these watch-alongs, we do a game a day, we do a quiz at half-time, and we chat football throughout while we're watching the game. That's all this is. But as far as Michael Owen, I think he was one of the most overrated players in the Premier League era. Never should have got a Ballon d'Or. It's an absolute travesty that he did. He never scored 20 goals in the Premier League. And if you look at the list of players who have scored 20 goals in a Premier League season, and Michael Owen isn't in that, by the way, it's astonishing. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank was a better striker than Michael Owen. I think Michael Bridges once... Remember Michael Bridges for Leeds? I think he once scored 20 goals in a season. Teddy Sheringham was better than Michael. There's loads of players who are better than Owen. Owen was just one of them who had a few clutch moments. One of them being against Argentina. And for that, he was... But I think we overplayed him, too young, to be honest. It was a little bit poor from Liverpool in that we didn't really have anyone. And we had this wonder kid coming through the academy. We played him at 17. And he had hamstring injuries all his life from that moment on. Liam says, my uncle from Plymouth didn't know who I supported, so for Christmas I had a Man U book. Safe to say... Oh, they're in again here. Oh, there you go. Unlucky. Nearly 3-1. Mr. Sharpovich says, Pep's players throughout his career are known to use performance-enhancing drugs. Well, Pep got done for it, didn't he? I don't know how true that is. I mean, again, it's all very much alleged. But didn't Pep get done for it when he was at, or get tested for it, or something when he was at Sinaloa, which is obviously famous in Mexico for marching powder and other things. Cecil says James Milner broke the appearance record today. He did indeed, yeah. Dyer says good for Liverpool against Arsenal, FA Cup final. Well, yeah, obviously that was the other thing. He scored those 2 goals in the FA Cup final. Scored against Argentina. Danny, hi Key, how's everything, mate? Another good point for Leeds. A very good point for Leeds. Troy says, do you want City to win? Yes, I do. Are you doing Carabao v Newcastle second leg? I'm not, no. I'm not doing Newcastle Carabao. 6-1, it feels like a waste of time, that one. Pep's even got that dodgy doctor up in Catalonia. He sends his players for surgery. Right. Half-time. Let's do our half-time quiz then. It's Newcastle getting beat at half-time. City 2, Newcastle 1. City have been the dominant side. Let's be dead honest. But here we go. Let's do our half-time quiz. If you're joining for it, if you liked what you've seen so far, you like what you've heard, then make sure you've liked and followed and subbed. And we do our half-time quiz every single day. Here's our half-time quiz for today. Right. I want you to name for me, if you can, the top 18. I couldn't get to 20. I tried to get 20, but I couldn't, so it's not a psychologically satisfying number. The top 18 players with the most appearances in the Premier League whose first name and surname starts with the same letter. First name and surname start with the same letter. Most appearances in the Premier League. Welshwing says City is struggling. Keith says, I mainly agree with most of the comments on Michael Owen. The only reason I slightly like him is obviously the City goal. Yeah, the United 4-3. No, absolutely not, mate. It was a great moment. And honestly, I don't blame Michael Owen for going to Man United. He had a choice of Everton or United. And if I'm dead honest, I probably would have picked United. Liverpool didn't want him. Right, here we go. So, Jesus Christ, I know. Mason Mount is not right. Mason Mount doesn't make it into the top 18. David De Gea is right though, Robert. Yes, David De Gea is second with 415 Premier League appearances. Not Andre Arshavin, no. Virgil van Dijk is right. Virgil van Dijk is 5th with 327. Steve Stone is 13th with 263. Leroy Lita, no, not Leroy Lita. Larry Lamb. Not Larry Lamb, no. Carlton Cole is right. Carlton Cole is 11th with 274. One second. Steve Sidwell does not make it. No, Steve Sidwell just outside the top 18. Not Kevin Keegan. No, it's Premier League only. Keith, what was the question? The question is the top 18. We do a quiz at half-time. This is as good as I could have got it tonight. I was scratching around for one. The top 18 players with the most appearances in Premier League history whose first name and surname starts with the same letter. Jermaine Genius is right. Jermaine Genius is 10th. Jermaine Genius is 10th with 280. So you've got Steve Stone, Carlton Cole, Jermaine Genius, Virgil van Dijk, David De Gea so far. Keep them coming. Not Eze, no. Jussi Jääskeläinen is first with 435. Yeah, not Eze. Not James Justin. Not Kevin Kyle. Keep them coming. Dion Dublin is there. Yeah, Dion Dublin is 7th. Yeah, 7th with 312. Herman Hreiderson is a great answer, Welshwing. Herman Hreiderson is 4th with 332. Gary Gillespie, no. Not Gary Gillespie. Gary Gillespie was maybe a bit before Premier League. Kevin Kilban is right. Kevin Kilban is 5th with 325. So you've now got the top 6? Top 6? Oh, no, you've not. You've not got number 2. Oh, number 3. You've not got number 3. Unreal quiz question. I know. It's a tough one. Not Paul Parker, no. Not Sessegnon, no. Damien Duff is 2nd with 392. Damien Duff. Not Stefan Schwartz. Not Timmy Ticklenuts. So far, I'll give you the ones you've got. You've got UC Askelainen. You've got David De Gea. Damien Duff. Herman Hreiderson. Virgil van Dijk. Kevin Kilban. Dion Dublin. They are your top 7, I think we've done. Then you've got Jermaine Genius, Carlton Cole, and Steve Stone. Still quite a few left to get. Gary Glitter. Fabregas is right, Shell. Yes, Francesc Fabregas is 16th with 223. Casey Keller. Casey Keller's right. Casey Keller is 17th with 201. Not Carlo Cudicini, believe it or not. Carlo Cudicini only made 161 Premier League appearances. That is less than the 199 made by our number 18, who you've still not quite got yet. Not Pedro Porro. No. Oh, Didier Drogba is right. Yes, Didier Drogba is right. He is 234 appearances, just ahead of Fabregas. Bennis Bergkamp. David Dunn, Reese. Good answer. David Dunn, yeah. Famous for falling over during a Rabona. David Dunn, 252 appearances. Mario Melchiot, good answer. Wigan's finest, 284. So you've now got 1, 2, 3 left to get. You've only got 3 left to get. You've basically done 15 out of the 18. It's good so far. The ones you've got left are not Paul Pogba, no. The ones you've got left, who I can try and give you. One is a defender who played for Tottenham. Defender who played for Tottenham. Colin Cooper, Keith. Good answer. Colin Cooper. Ex-Forest, wasn't he, Colin Cooper? Not Diogo Dalot. No. Diogo Dalot has got, so far, how many Premier League appearances for Dalot? Just over 150 for Diogo Dalot, but not Dalot. Steve Staunton is right. There you go. That's probably the big one. Steve Staunton, number 7, 288 appearances for him. Bruno Fernandes. There's one left to get, and it's number 18. I'll give you the letter. It's F for Freddy. F for Fox. That's the letter you're missing. It's a F. Mames Milner. We've got Casey Keller. The ones you've got so far are UC Askelainen, David De Gea, Damien Duff, Herman Hreiderson, Virgil van Dijk, Kevin Kilban, Dion Dublin, Steve Staunton, Mario Melchiot, Jermaine Genius, Carlton Cole, Colin Cooper, Steve Stone, David Dunn, Didier Drogba, Francesc Fabregas, that's a bit of a tough one, Casey Keller, and then this last one. It's not Fesley Fofana, and it's not Freddie Fox. It's not Federico Fazio, but it's very close. You got the first word right. It's not Freddie Lundberg or Frank Lampard or Francis Franson. Freddie Flintoff. I like him. It's Federico Fernandez. Played briefly for Swansea and Spurs. Yeah, Federico Fernandez. 199 appearances. They are the top 18 Premier League appearance holders whose first name and surname start with the same letter. When was he at Spurs? Oh, don't tell me I've got... He was, I'm sure he was, wasn't he? Federico Fernandez. Don't tell me he wasn't at Spurs. Oh, he wasn't. He was at Newcastle and Swansea. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my fault, that. I've given you a curveball. I apologise. It was Federico. Federico. I thought he played for Spurs. He didn't play for Spurs. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go. He wasn't at Spurs. Hang your head in shame, Key. But there you go. That's the halftime quiz for tonight. We'll have another one tomorrow for Liverpool Forest, another one for Spurs Arsenal. Oh, wait, Welsh Wings got one. Go on, let's do yours, mate. Let's do yours. I have one as well. We've been misled and bamboozled. I apologise. I couldn't help it. Federico Chiesa, Mo Mala. Oh, I'm so gutted. I said it with such confidence as well, didn't I? See, that's what you get for being smug. He actually played for Spurs, don't you know? Oh, you fucking idiot. Sorry, apologies, foul mouth. Doesn't work if you say Jemba Jemba. Bring back Welsh Wing quizzes, at least he does his research. I know, listen, it's amateur hour. It's absolute amateur hour. How come Jemba Jemba wasn't on the list? I don't know. He should have been, just for the name. He really should have been. Right. Welsh Wing's got a quiz for us. Because we've still got a little bit of time before the second half kicks off. The Football Social. What's the quiz about? We were doing the top 18 Premier League appearance holders whose first name and surname start with the same letter. That was the quiz. We've just done that one. We're now waiting on Welsh Wing's wonderful quiz. Quintessentially quirky. 6 goalies that have scored in the Premier League. Easy one. Well, yeah, hang on. We'll do that one in a minute because Welsh Wing's got his here. Only 8 players in the Premier League history have scored hat-tricks against Arsenal. Ooh, here we go. Only 8 players in Premier League history have scored hat-tricks against Arsenal. Hat-tricks against Arsenal. Right, well, one of them's Fowler. Hat-tricks against Arsenal. Let me just make note of this so I can pinch the quiz later on when Welsh Wing's not looking. Hat-tricks versus Arsenal. Fowler's won. Why would you do this, Welsh Wing? He's a glutton for punishment. Didn't Dirk Kuyt? I don't think Kuyt did. No, Kuyt scored a hat-trick against United. I'm not sure he ever did against Arsenal. Harry Kane. Did Kane? Aguero? Kuyt got a hat-trick with a hat-trick of Suarez assist. That was against United, that. Aguero. Surely Aguero did. Rooney. Good shout. Don't know if Harry Kane ever did he? Surely we'd have remembered that one. Did Rooney score in the 8-2 game? Oh, Firmino. Bobby Firmino defo got a hat-trick, didn't he? Sure, Firmino got a hat-trick against them once. Fowler we know. Jota, I don't... Crouch he did. Crouch got the perfect hat-trick, didn't he? He got the header, he got the right foot low down, and then he did that lovely little one where he knocked it inside and stuck it past Jens Lehmann. Wonderful goal. Andy Carroll is one. Andy Carroll, I would have never got Andy Carroll. Aguero's what? Right, so Aguero's one, Fowler's one, Crouch is one. I know those for a fact. Drogba, Firmino's one. Okay, so those are the 4. 7. What about Drogba? Let's see. Did Mo Salah ever get a hat-trick against Arsenal? I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Rooney is one. Okay, Rooney's one. Brilliant. Dwight York, Heung-min Son. Dwight York? Possibly. Mickey Quinn, says Yasin. Yeah, Mickey Quinn possibly. There's a couple who said Mickey Quinn on TikTok as well. We've got Fowler. So far, we've got Crouch, Firmino, Aguero, Rooney and Fowler. So we've got 5 out of the 8 already. Mickey Quinn is right. Right, Mickey Quinn is right. So we've got 6. We need 2 left to get. Did we say... No, Drogba's not one. Okay, so Drogba's not right. Apologies, I've just smashed the mic then. We've got Rooney, Aguero, Carroll, Firmino, Crouch, and Quinn. Eden Hazard. Apparently York got one in the 6-1, says Toby. And York, yes, okay, York's right. That's all of them. Is it? Hang on, who have I missed? Who have I missed? Give me the ones I've not got. So it's not Drogba, but York and Quinn. So I've got Quinn, York, Crouch, Firmino, Rooney, Aguero, Fowler. Who have I missed? Who have I missed? Andy Cole, Drogba and Adebayor. Did Adebayor? He thinks it was rightfully onside, Joe. Personally, I think it was a foul. It was never a foul. Kusanov's come on for Diaz here. Fowler actually did it twice. Fowler was brilliant, wasn't he? What a player he was, by the way. Thoughts on the Dan Burn goal? It wasn't a goal. Wasn't a goal. Perfectly ruled out. Nothing, no problem at all. Julia says, my food just got here for the second half. Enjoy. He was pushed offside. Anywhere else on the pitch, it's a foul. Behave yourself. You're not getting a foul for that. So what are you claiming? A penalty? You're not getting a penalty for that. You've got to be stronger. You've got to, there is such a thing as jostling. There's got to be jostling. And he was moved. He was nudged into an offside position. Yeah, you've got to be stronger. You've got to hold your position. And he didn't. So, hard lines. Hard lines, Dan. I'm sorry. Them's the breaks. Keith says Drogba scored a hat-trick against Arsenal in the Champions League. Joe says he was pushed offside. Mr. Shabovic, penalty all day. Behave yourself, penalty all day. I've never heard such nonsense. Redmond says pizza's just come out the oven. Curly fries as well. Enjoy. Fowler had 2. I loved Fowler. My favourite ever player. Joe says you're saying all this because you want Arsenal to bottle it. Focus on your own club, mate. Oh, Joe. Semenyo. Oh, lucky. Nearly 3-1. Aguero, Fowler, Carroll, Rooney, Crouch, Firmino, York and Quinn. Aguero, Fowler, Rooney. Oh, I've not written Carroll down. There you go. They were the 8. Only 8 players have got hat-tricks against Arsenal in the Premier League. Mickey Quinn, Dwight York, Andy Carroll, Peter Crouch, Robbie Fowler, Roberto Firmino, Wayne Rooney and Sergio Aguero. Fantastic quiz, that. Loved it. Claim for a handball. Behave yourself, Anthony Gordon. You'll claim for anything, you. Kusanov's the next Ramos. Juan de Ramos. Or Goncalo Ramos. Reggie, if I was the ref, I would have given Newcastle 2 penalties for that. Gamer Guru. Joe is right, though. He was pushed offside. If that was Liverpool playing, you'd be fuming. That's only true if you think I'm in any way biased towards Liverpool. Which I am famously not. Anyone who's watched this channel before will tell you I am the most balanced. When Liverpool are playing, I don't claim for anything unless it's got real merit. I actually pride myself on my objectivity when watching Liverpool. If I say if it's not a foul, then I'm saying it's not a foul. I would never claim for it. Keith says, no, Andy Cole also scored a hat-trick against Arsenal for Newcastle. That rings true. Andy Cole, hat-trick, Arsenal. Arsenal won 4-1. Oh, here we go. Hang on a minute. Andy Cole's career. No, Andy Cole has only got hat-tricks in his career. He's only got 5, hasn't he? Yeah, 5 hat-tricks. He got 2 for Newcastle, 1 against Liverpool, 1 against Coventry. And he got 3 for United, 1 against Ipswich, 1 against Barnsley, 1 against Newcastle. But he never actually scored a hat-trick against Arsenal. Yeah. Maybe he did in like a League Cup game or an FA Cup, but from what we're seeing here, Andy Cole's career hat-tricks, apparently he only ever got 5. Which is astonishing, really, isn't it? Given how unbelievable Andy Cole was. Football Social says, imagine having 115 charges against you and still half the country behind you. I think it comes from the fact that City still at least play good football, mate, and people are yearning in this moment in time watching football. It doesn't matter who you support, whether you've got an axe to grind against Arsenal if you're a Spurs fan or something like that, or even if you're a United fan. There's United fans in the chat here like urging City to win it. That's got to tell you something. It's nothing to do with the 115's not been proven anyway. It's all charges until now. But ultimately, City play good football. Or they play better football than Arsenal, let's put it that way. They try and play football. They push out, they take risks. They're intense, they press well. They're generally a good side to watch. I enjoy watching City. They don't always win. They're certainly not the most effective side. Arsenal definitely are the most effective side, and if they don't win the league this season, it's because of the manager. That's the only reason I think that Arsenal throw it away. Gamer Guru, you couldn't even say that with a straight face. Apparently in 1994, Keith. Well, from what I've just Googled, far be it from me to question you on that one, Keith, but from what I've just Googled, that he hadn't scored a hat-trick against Arsenal. I could be wrong. It has been known to happen, as it just did with Federico Fernandez. Fowler also scored a Prem hat-trick for Leeds. Did he really? I don't remember that. My favourite Robbie Fowler goal, though, funnily enough, given I'm a massive Liverpool fan and Robbie Fowler's my hero, my favourite Robbie Fowler goal is actually against Leeds. For Leeds against West Ham. Unbelievable goal. You were thinking of Federico Fazio. Yeah, I must have been. No, mate, it's ridiculous. Why is it ridiculous? Timbo says Arsenal fans have successfully made Arsenal more hated than the money club people usually hate. Keith says, I'd rather City win the next 5 Premier League titles than see Arteta win 1. And that's from a United fan. Love that, Keith. Love the honesty, if nothing else. Sarah says he's Arsenal through and through, but he's the most deluded fan I've ever seen. Who's that? Proper Arsenal through and through. He does say some mental stuff, I'll give you that. Who's that? Are we on about... I've got to guess who it is. I consider that high praise. What's what Sarah said? Are we on about Ty here or something? Oh yeah, Reggie's Ty in disguise. I love him for it. I really like Ty. Yeah, I really like Ty. He's very, very likeable, isn't he? I've never known a fan so committed to one particular club, and fair play to him. Like I said, he literally goes and watches the women's teams, the reserves, the under-18s, the under-15s. He'll go and watch them all. He loves it. Fair play to him. Did Cantona ever score a hat-trick? Yeah, Cantona got the very first hat-trick in the Premier League. The Football Social supports Arsenal. That's why he's not happy about it. I get it. Arsenal are a bigger club. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I don't think Arsenal are a bigger club than City. Ooh, unlucky. City over the bar. Timbo says, where are we up to? Sorry, Redmond, what do you think about the Benfica situation? Would love to hear your thoughts. What Benfica situation? What are we talking about in particular? We talking about the Prestiani Vinicius issue, or are we talking about Benfica Real Madrid as a whole? Because that's maybe the more interesting point of view, if I'm dead honest. I'm more fascinated by what happens on the Bernabeu on Wednesday night than I am with this nonsense, if I'm being dead honest. It's just an absolute show. Like, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. Nate says, as an Arsenal fan, I really love watching you all hating on Arsenal. Your whole team fighting for their life, supporting another City just for Arsenal hate. I love it. Keep crying. Good to see it in the chat, Nate. Keith says, I'd rather United take City's 115 charges and get relegated than see Saka, the most overrated player, lift the Premier League. Someone posted on... I like Saka a lot, by the way, but I did think it was quite interesting. Someone shared this the other day and said, Bukayo Saka has got something like... He's got less than 100 goals in like 300 appearances for Arsenal. And they were like, I don't know if I've just been conditioned to think this. Semenyo, should do better. I don't know if we've just been conditioned to think that wingers should be more prolific. But if you've got a winger who's like averaging a goal or an assist every like 3 games, it's not that impressive. He's got like 1 in 5 goal scoring return. Why is Karim Benzema the linesman? Football Social says, I'm happy with my team and where we are. That's all that matters, mate. That is all that matters. As long as you're happy. That's the main thing. I'm made up for you. Terrible shot. 2 points for Wigan. Truman says, Saka's taken a step down. Well, it says a lot that Arsenal fans seem to be, and I'm not speaking for all Arsenal fans here, but it does feel like a majority that we speak to in the chat are maybe more inclined to give Madueke games off that right-hand side than they are with starting Saka there. And honestly, I would have said Saka would be their star player this season, but again, the more the season's going on, it feels like more Arsenal fans are inching towards Madueke. And I got a lot of criticism earlier this season for saying, I think Cole Palmer's the better on the right-hand side. If I was starting one player, it was Cole Palmer over Saka. Keith says, remember, Key, there are Arsenal fans out there that think Saka is better than Dembele. You know, the guy who won the Ballon d'Or. Creed, hello, Key, hello, chat. How's the game been? It's been very good, actually. City 2-1. I thought it would be a better... or rather, I thought it would be an easier City win. But no, sadly not. It's that was a dive from Haaland. That was really poor from Haaland. Football Social says 99% of the league would love to be in my position. I think 99% of the league would love to be top. But, yeah, if I'm dead honest, mate, I would rather watch losing football that is, you know, somewhat attacking than have to be watching this. And it is bad. It's bad football that Arsenal are served up. The Arsenal fans are served up very effective, winning football. But it's awful to watch. It's really poor to watch. And that's the complaints, isn't it? Every time Arsenal drop points, that is the complaint every single time. We're so negative. Arteta's so negative. He's got to do more. Take the handbrake off, Mikel. Take the handbrake off, Mikel. We get that off him every single time. It's the same stuff. So it's not just like nonsense coming from rival fans with an agenda. The Arsenal fans are saying it themselves. Palmer, when did he play for Arsenal? No, for England. I apologise. I meant for England. Keith, if I had to choose between Noni or Saka, I would choose Noni because he would be the better threat due to his awareness for passes. Arsenal draw tomorrow, says Frank. And Nate says, on a serious question though, where is Man United fans who were saying we coming for the title? When they won 4 in a row, you all gave up. There's still some of them knocking about, Nate. As a Liverpool fan, believe me, we've seen a few United fans who are still thinking there's a title race in there, believe it or not. They can be just as deluded as the next one. Sarah says, Gamer, as poor as Salah has been this season, still scored more and assisted more than Saka. It's very true. Very, very true. Timbo, some players become better when they're not playing, I swear. Madueke is nowhere near Saka. I'm the same. I don't think Madueke's even in the same league as Saka. Football Social, do you remember Jose Mourinho's first time at Chelsea? Of course, yeah. Very good Chelsea side. Brody, hey up pal, I'm going Mansfield v Arsenal, can't wait. That's the 7th of March, that one, isn't it? 12:15. I'm not doing that one. Funnily enough, Arsenal fans, we won't be doing that game. Ray says, what's the obsession with Arsenal? Are you not supposed to be watching City and Newcastle? Ray, do me a favour, mate. Spend 2 minutes in the chat. You'll see where the conversation's coming from. It's not from me. I'm responding to people in the chat, talking about Arsenal. And actually, to be fair, we're watching City Newcastle, but what do you think the story is tonight? It's the title race. Who's the other team in the title race? It's Arsenal. Why are you getting so angsty, so aggy about it? It's City and Arsenal. Of course there's going to be discussion about Arsenal. Mr. Sharpovich, do we really think Salah is a winger? Only reason he's putting those numbers up is because Klopp used him as a striker. Nah, he is a winger. Of course he's a winger. He's not like, you couldn't put him in a 4-4-2. But he's a winger. In the modern sense, of course he's a winger. He's not a centre-forward. Cecil says, I'm tired of hearing about that stupid Howe guy. Oh, I like him. I really like Frank. Best of luck to him. Football Social says, Saka is not having a good season, but we're not a one-man team. That's very true. No, Arsenal are a very good side, irrespective of what's going on with Saka. Joe Linton about to come on with Harvey Barnes for who? Who's coming off? Who's coming on? Voltemada. I tell you what, Joe's not going to like this. Voltemada coming off. Do you know what? Newcastle desperate for a goal and they take off Nick Voltemada. I'm sorry. This is just going to feed into the rumours, isn't it? All the rumours that we've heard for weeks and weeks and weeks about Voltemada and how he's unhappy and how he's not settled in Newcastle and how he doesn't like playing under Eddie Howe. Newcastle are chasing the game. They're looking to score a goal. It seems to me that you would want your £70 million forward, at least on the pitch. Certainly so you can play direct. I mean, he'll win most of the things in the air. He's massive. Why would you take Voltemada off when you're hunting for a goal? That is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. Nate says it's always about Arsenal. Even if two regulated play, it's about Arsenal. If you need engagement, Arsenal hate is what you need. Oh, I disagree, mate. No, I disagree. We've had many streams, the vast majority of streams, where we have a lovely time not talking about Arsenal. It's just occasionally, whenever there's a game that has some sort of tenuous link to Arsenal, such as this one, the chat gets dominated by Arsenal fans going, oh, why are you talking about us? Why are you twerking for City? It's the same nonsense every week. Keith says, to be fair, Klopp was a serious manager and I loved him at Liverpool. When he was available, I wanted United to get him so bad. I'd still love Diego Simeone as the United manager. He has that aura. Do you not think United appoint Carrick at the end of the season, Keith? I'd be intrigued to hear what you think about that as a United fan. Cecil says Arsenal are the main characters of the Prem. I think you'd find a lot of Arsenal, a lot of neutral football fans would disagree with that, Cecil. Football Social, I never understood Eddie Howe's decisions. I don't get it. Nick had an interview with ESPN and said he's more confident at Newcastle. Well, if there's anything that's going to sap a striker's confidence, I would imagine subbing him off with 30 plus minutes to go in a game where you're desperate for a goal. That is not going to be the thing you want to do. That's not going to give him confidence, is it? It's mental. Jay says, do you even watch your own team? Every single game, mate. I never miss a Liverpool game. Jay, how many more times you want to keep mentioning Arsenal, by the way? Again, it's people in the chat, mate. I just respond and read the chat out and we have a chat about whatever people want to talk about. If people want to talk about Arsenal, I'll talk Arsenal. I'll quite happily talk about anything and anything. Everything and anything, rather. Nate says Arsenal needs someone like Haaland who is able to finish goals. Well, you say that, but it's not like they've not signed. This is the third striker that Arteta's signed. He's paid big money for 3 strikers and every one's not been right. That's great defending. That's wonderful defending from Ike Nori. Creed says if someone had told you at the beginning of the season that Liverpool would be top of the league at the end of the season playing boring football, you wouldn't take it. Well, given we were already champions coming into this season, if someone said you're going to win it again, but you're going to play the most horrendous football to the point where it actually makes you hate watching Liverpool. No, I wouldn't. I genuinely wouldn't. I think football is entertainment first and foremost, and I think there's clubs where it transcends results. Football is entertainment, and Liverpool and Man United, first and foremost, those two clubs, there's an expectation to entertain. You can't just win games of football. You've got to win and win well. And at Arsenal, because they've not won a league in 20-odd years, couple of decades, the expectation is just win. Just win anyway. Win however you want. Win. For the love of God, win. And they're desperate to see anything because they've spent over £1 billion. They've not won anything. So, of course, they'll accept whatever style of football. But I think if you're less in demand for, success, if you've not got an immediate need for success, you may be more demanding about the quality of football you're seeing. That's maybe why Arne Slot's got a bit of stick this season, not just because of the results have been poor at times, but the quality of football's dropped as well, and that's almost been the worst thing for Liverpool fans. Like, there's been plenty of Liverpool fans who've had a go at Slot for the results, but it's been as much about the quality of performances on the pitch. Like, the style's been really regressive at times. Trippier's just been booked there. Free kick for City. Chance for them to get a third. Reminds me of the Fergie v Wenger v Mourinho days. Chelsea spent 2 billion and only won. Oh, sorry, where are we up to? Sorry. Gamer Guru says a lot of the hate Saka gets is unjustified, and that miss put a target on his back. If you know football, then Saka's class is unquestionable. I like it. I like Saka. I like him. Madhouse says, how high or low do you rate Eddie Howe? I think he's done a wonderful job at Newcastle, but I think he has a ceiling. I don't think, like, if the United job comes up, or the Chelsea job comes up, or the Arsenal job comes up, or the City jobs, or the Liverpool, any top 6 side, I don't think appoints Eddie Howe. And if I'm dead honest, I don't think Villa would either. I think if Villa was to sack Unai Emery and Eddie Howe was available, I'm not sure they'd appoint him. Even though he's done very well for Newcastle, I think his ceiling is... I think he's Everton's next manager. I genuinely think Eddie Howe is an Everton fan, isn't he? He grew up as an Everton fan, Eddie Howe. So I really think Eddie Howe's probably the next guy lined up for when David Moyes leaves. And it's not very far off, if I'm dead honest. The Football Social says, I don't think this game ends 2-1. And Gyökeres isn't actually that big money nowadays, says Timbo Slice. Mid-table teams are signing people for similar fees. Why is nobody talking about Arsenal? I know. It's mad, innit? It's crazy. Oh, Keith says, hate is a very strong word for Saka. Sir is right on the rating of Saka. Look, as a United fan, I had the same feeling with Garnacho and Rashford towards the end of their careers here. Very frustrating. Spoiler Franco says, Arsenal cannot take the Premier League title. I'm Karemi from Kenya. Good to see you, mate. Francis Karimi from Kenya. Good to see you, Francis. Creed says, think you and Sir are telling Porcupines you'd take winning the league playing boring. No, mate, it's not about just winning the league. It isn't. It can't be. You've got to demand more from your team. You've got to demand more. This is so draconian from Newcastle. I can't believe they took a striker off. I thought we'd at least see them have a good go at City for the last 20 minutes or so. It's been really poor from Newcastle, actually. Vostyler says, wow, what is this Man City performance? Can't believe they said we are back after that scrappy win against Liverpool. They've done well enough to win the game, but there's still 25 to go. It's a big last 25 here. Let me go and get some water. Mr. Sharpovich says, what place does Eddie Howe sit on the list of best English managers? Best English managers around right now? Oh, that's a good question. Best English managers around right now? I'm not sure, you know. Football Social says, Key, what's bigger than winning the league? Champions League? I mean, again, probably nothing bigger than winning the league. Domestically, that's the big one, isn't it? Howe's better than Everton, maybe not top 6 level. He's where he should be at Newcastle. Yeah, but I mean, like, if he was to leave Newcastle, where would he go? Where's his next, like, project? And I think the next project that screams Eddie Howe is Everton. I think Eddie Howe's a big Everton fan. I think Everton are screaming out for a manager that comes in that makes them feel a bit better about... I mean, David Moyes, again... He's not a guy you appoint when you've just got this lovely shiny new stadium and you've got these lovely shiny new owners and you're trying to have, let's get in Europe. Everton want to be where Newcastle are. So Eddie Howe would be a perfect appointment for him in many ways. it wouldn't satisfy the Everton fans. They want a shiny... If his name was Eduardo Howito or Howatini, Eduardo Howatini would 1,000,000% get the Everton job and they'd be delighted with him. Eddie Howe's a bit unglamorous though. Nico O'Reilly lays it off. City, edge of the box maybe. Howe is easily the best English manager. And we're talking about of all time. Eddie Howe, best English manager of all time, no chance. Not even close. Tonali could go to any team in the league. He's so class. I don't mind Tonali. I think he's probably in the top 10 midfielders in the league. But again, is there any team that's going to move mountains to sign him? Like, would you? It's probably going to be 100 million to get him out of Newcastle, isn't it? Is anyone paying 100 million for Tonali? They're not. Same with Bruno Guimaraes. You're not paying 100 million for him. You're certainly not paying 80 to 100 million for Anthony Gordon, which is what they're talking about. No chance. Not paying 100 million for that sort of player. Never. I feel sorry for Moyes. He always does a good job, but people get bored of him. I don't know. I think it's the name, and it's a bit like Dyche. I just feel like English managers are so unfashionable, and fans get really fed up of it. They want like some... It's like they're being served chicken nuggets and chips every day, and after a while they're just like, can we just have a bit of pizza or a curry or something, or a nice Chinese? Keith says, no, Man United are not in a title race with Arsenal. We done them 3-2 in their own backyard, though. Great game, that, wasn't it? Great game, Keith. Do you think... The Chinese, great bunch of lads. Do you think Aston Villa might fall to 6th or lower? Yes. Yeah, categorically they will. I think they might win the Europa League, though, and get in the Champions League that way. I've said that for a while. I just feel like Unai Emery's... He's a Europa League... manager, isn't he? He does very well in Europa League, and I think that's where he sees the success for Villa towards the end of the season. Big last 20 here at the Etihad. Oh, that's a great tackle. Well done, Kusanov. Did well there. Flew in. 19 plus added time. Mr. Sharpovich, if his name was David O'Moisoni, he gets a top job in Europe. He does. I mean, he's already had a fair few, hasn't he? He managed in Sociedad and did okay. Best English manager of all time is probably Brian Clough. Paisley honourable mention. Fuck off. Brian Clough over Bob Paisley. 3 European Cups. Nah, come on. Come on. I'm not having that. I'm not having Brian Clough in the same breath as Bob Paisley. Sir Bob. Bob Paisley, 1,000,000 times. Easy. Here's Haaland. Hit it. Oh, better. Better from City. Got to get that third goal and kill this game off. I'm telling you, it's just in the balance, this game. Newcastle get an equaliser. Title race swings back to Arsenal. It's just so... You can almost feel the tension at the Etihad. Tonali switches it over to the left-hand side for Harvey Barnes. Timbo says 2nd Division to Champions League in 2-3 years is insane. Liverpool and Forest were worlds apart. The job Clough did was crazy. He did a good job. Don't deny he did a good job, but can't say, he wasn't better than Bob Paisley. Ronald Dischio would be a class name for the manager for Everton and not boring. Bobby Robson's a top one for me. Yeah, Bobby Robson for sure. Brian Clough is clear of any English manager in history, the legend. Some questionable views though, Brian Clough, didn't he? Some very questionable views. The whole Justin Fashanu saga. Wasn't particularly kind in if you look back on it. think you're taking for granted how ridiculous Forest having 2 Champions Leagues is. No, it's not. I agree. It's not. I'm just not saying... I just don't think Brian Clough was in the same breath as Bob Paisley. I think Bob Paisley did something that's not been matched for many, many years. And probably built the best Liverpool side we've ever seen. And maybe even the best English side we've ever seen. Has anyone ever told you you're a double of Peter Kay? No. Never. I've had Penguin off the Batman. I've had Simon Wilson. I've had Ruth Davidson, the former Scottish MP. But never Peter Kay. No. Wasn't Brian Clough a racist as well? Yeah, I mean... It wasn't a great time to look back on him and, you know, with fondness, let's say that. Truman, Bobby Robson was nice, he was indeed. If Liverpool sack Slotty, would you want to replace him? I wouldn't want anyone to replace him. I wouldn't want Liverpool to sack him, full stop. Man City wins. Who would you actually like to win the league? Liverpool. In an ideal world. Haaland driving through. Better. Unlucky City. Last 15. Big last 15. Oh, come on. Come on. Kill the game off, City. The more this is sticking at 2-1, I've just got a horrible feeling Newcastle are going to pinch it. Come on. Brian Clough was a bellend by all accounts, but it's not the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, well, this is it. If you can separate the art from the artist, then it's fine, isn't it? He's a wonderful manager. There's plenty of players we look at who think, look at all the players we worship. Luis Suarez, I've said this many times, Luis Suarez for me is the best centre-forward I have ever seen in my life. By all accounts, fucking head case, an absolute numpty. But still the best centre-forward. So if you can separate the art from the artist, fantastic. Game of Guru, Newcastle have been all over City. You look like the Absol from Doctor Who. Cheers, man. I'm guessing he's not an attractive fella. Key's getting nervous. I am a little bit. Now I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Come on. Big last 14. Come on. Newcastle strike. Miles wide. Miles wide from Joe Linton. Newcastle are attacking hard. Right. Asula and Murphy coming on. Murphy's coming on, but they've took Voltemada off. They've brought on a guy who can cross, but they've taken off a guy who can header. You look like Company. I've had that one before, yeah. Vincent Company. Shaka Hislop's another one that gets thrown around. Creed, I'm in a bad way. What's up, man? What's good? Had something like 9 or 10 whiskey shots, and I've never had whiskey before. Oh my God. Stay away from the whiskey. Stay away from it. He looks like Mark Henry. Cheers, man. Yeah, Mark Henry. Need to get the Big Show. The Big Show one piece. City haven't been good enough for the 3 points. You look like Emileski, to be fair. 12 to go plus added time. Sexual chocolate himself. 2 points behind. City are 2 points behind Arsenal, and they've basically got the same goal difference. 31 to 32. It's there. It's there. Telling you, they've got it. Come on. Kill the game off, City. Go and get a third. Go and get a third. Did you say you've never drank beer in your life? I've never had a pint. Yeah, I've never had a pint. If I do drink, and it's very, very rare, I like a JD or a bourbon, bourbon, whatever you want to call it. I like a Kentucky rye whiskey, like a Maker's Mark or something like that. Love a Maker's Mark. But yeah, I've never had a beer. I remember my first beer. Oh, that's a great ball. City must kill it off here. Ait Nori driving into the box. Hit it. Oh, you absolute no mark. Oh, do you reckon Wolves will take him back? He fell over his own feet there. It was 2-on-1. All he's got to do is roll that across to Haaland and it's 3-1. If City throw this away tonight, oh my God, I'll lose my head. They've literally had the game. It's there. I love a Jack Daniels and Coke or the honey one on the rocks. I don't like the honey one. The honey one or the apple one, not a fan. You've never had a pint? What are you, French? Borderline racist, that, innit? It's borderline. No, French like wine, don't they? French like wine. But again, is that... Well, no, listen. I am saying I've never had a pint, but it's because I've tasted beer. I've had, like... If I've been out, I've just never had, like... When I've gone to the bar, I've never had cause to, like, oh, yeah, I'll have a Carling or whatever. Whenever I've had a sip of lager in the past, I think I had a sip when I was about 18, 19. I was like, ugh. It's just gassy and horrible. So I can't drink that. I'm not interested. And then I tried a Guinness. That was like drinking pond water. And then I had, what else? I had a pint of mild one, or I had a drink of mild once because there was a guy who was sat there and he was like, yeah, I'll try a bit of this. Fucking hell. Like drinking something through a sock. Oh. I'm knackered. I'm so tired of this. I've not drank any alcohol in years, sir. Fair play. I can live without it, to be honest. It's not like it's not. I've not got a problem with alcohol, or like that's not why I've never drank a pint. Because I've occasionally, like Christmas, New Year, whatever, I'll have a JD or a Maker's Mark or a Buffalo Trace or a Angel's Envy or something like that. But yeah, I can live without it. What do you drink, Wicked Blue or Pimm's? Hey, don't be having a pop at me. I'm as masculine as they come. Won't see me flying around with a WKD in my hand. No, I don't. Listen, I just. It's a bit more. It's a bit. What's his name? What does he have on Little Britain? What's his name now? Daffyth Thomas. Daffyth Thomas. I'll have a Bacardi and Coke, please, my Van Way. I just like shorts. I like a short. I always thought it was classy if you sat there drinking a whiskey on the rocks, you know what I mean? But gotta have a Bucks Fizz on Crimbo. Beer's definitely an acquired taste. Hated it when it was 18. It's my drink of choice now. See, I've stayed away from it. I've not sampled it enough. I'm sure if I wanted to be, you know, I could maybe get into it and maybe be one of them. Oh, let's have a nice punk IPA. Let's have a little punk IPA. Craft beers. They all seem a bit pretentious to me. Well, I've now farted about with. Give us a nice JD, please, barman. Drink plenty of water, Creed. Yeah, mate. Creed, listen, seriously, mate. If you're leathered and you've had too many, trust me, have something to eat. You need something that's going to soak it up. Have some toast or something. Put some toast in. No more beer, lots of water, bit of toast. Something that's going to soak it up. Although, if I'm dead honest, maybe not toast. Because you want something that's easy to... You might be bringing it back up. So, maybe don't deck some toast. Because that ain't nice coming up. Something carby, though. you're drunk, drink more, then you won't be hungover. Have a kebab. Pita bread. Yeah, maybe a kebab. That won't taste good coming up, though, either, will it? You can't have doner meat and chili and all that stuff. You can't be doing that. Guinness is gorgeous stuff. Christian says Arsenal bottlers. They're bottling it. Oh, come on, City. Big last 6, plus injury time. IPAs are for people who wear ankle jeans and have they them. Instagram bio, ankle jeans. Yeah, socks. Shoes with no socks on. Them sort of people. Not me and you, Keith. Little Britain was very funny. I think I'm going to have to give it a rewatch. I'll have a Bacardi and Coke, please, my van way. I think me and you are going to get on famously, Keith. How's the game been, Keith? Good to see you, Rupert. How's the game been? It was really good first half, actually. We've not had a goal in the second half. Yeah, it was really good first half. 2-1. Thought City deserved to be in the lead. Second half, Newcastle have kind of come back into it. They've not really had too much in the way of chances. City probably should have killed the game off. Foden's ought to come on here. Last 5 plus injury time. I don't know. Yeah, it's been a bit of a game of two halves. Let's call it that. It's been a game of two halves. Fred says, what team do you follow? I'm a Liverpool fan, sir. How are you? What team do you follow? Timbo, I find a pizza helps me the most when I'm leathered. I think our current conversation topic tells you how the game's been. And Jimmy, why am I sweating bullets over City? I'm the same. I'm sat here, like, nervously dancing around almost. I'm just so anxious about this result. I need City to just hang on. Mr. Sharpovich, Stella and a packet of pork scratchings, thanks. That's another thing I've never had. I can't bring myself to have pork scratchings. Here's Ike Nori, flying forward. That's a foul and a free kick to City. Love that. Ale drinkers are snobby gits. Prince Rupert, I foresee a late Newcastle equaliser. Classic when City have missed many chances. It's coming. The more the game's going, it does feel like Newcastle have got a late equaliser in them. First half was fun. Second half's been passive, says Truman. Agreed. Why are you such a fan of City? I'm not a fan of City. I prefer them to Arsenal. That's all. There's nothing bigger than that. Timbo, I've never had pork scratchings, but I want to. I feel like it's a rite of passage. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you know what? I might get them. Maybe we get them because I'm trying to get this to feel more like a pub atmosphere. Maybe we make it a bit. I'll get some pork scratchings in for the next one. We'll get a Ploughman's as well. Never had a Ploughman's either. Feels like Ploughman's are that's a staple of pubs, isn't it? If you go to a pub, they nearly always serve pork scratchings and Ploughman's as like bar snacks. Plus Nobby's Nuts. I should be sponsored by Nobby's Nuts, shouldn't I? I should be approaching them. We talk about pubs all night. Sponsor us. Key Thomas, Premier League Dad, sponsored by Nobby's Nuts. Salt and vinegar flavour. Even with 115 charges, possibly stealing Liverpool titles. Liverpool? Why Liverpool? Where's Liverpool come on, mate. You've got... There's no way you're calling us Liverpool without it being 14. Without you being 13, 14. But yeah, even with 115 charges aren't crimes. They've not been found guilty of anything. Nobby's what? Nobby's Nuts. What's the best crisps? Crisps. Again, I can take or leave crisp. If I'm going to the pub and I'm getting a bar snack, I'm not having crisp. Keith says, by the way, Keith, some of them classic jerseys behind you are absolutely class. Cheers, mate. Thank you. I've got plenty more. I tend to rotate them through the season. What's your favourite biscuit, says Bladderball. We did this. We did a quiz. We did a quiz a few weeks ago that was non-football related, and it was the top 10 biscuit. In fact, here, I've got them. The top 10 biscuits sold in the UK last year. Here, do you want me to go? I'll tell you them again. The top 10 biscuits. For those who remember the quiz, you can't play. You're not allowed. The top 10 biscuits sold in the UK in 2025. We'll do that to end the game tonight. Get your answers in the chat. The top 10 biscuits sold in the UK in 2025. Jimmy, you don't have a favourite crisp, behave key. No, well I do, but it's not crisp that they sell in the pub. Like if I'm having pickled onion discos are my favourite crisp. That's it. Pickled onion. Anything to keep the wife away. Pickled onions. I love pickled onion. Monster Munch, pickled onion Space Raiders, pickled onion disco. Pickled onion discos are my favourite. McCoy's are the best, steak or cheddar. I remember the quiz, says Julius. Rich Tea. Rich Tea, funnily enough, aren't even in the top 10. Watching Irish people are full on arguments about what's better. Tato or King Crisp is the wildest thing you can witness on a drunk night out. City on the counter-attack here. Come on, City. Come on, City. Finish it off. Let's get a third. Let's get a third. Go on, lad. Oh, you've overhit it. Overhit it. Oh. Honestly, if these win the title, it just shows what a dreadful year it's been. Arsenal, shocking. Jaffa cake, custard creams, chocolate digestives. Yes. So, digestives are top. They are first. Custard creams are third. Jaffa cakes are fourth. Chocolate hobnobs are sixth. Bourbons were seventh. Space Raiders was the best as a kid, as you could get a pack for 10p. Yeah, do you remember thingies? Anyone remember pickled onion thingies? Air Force One says Arsenal are top of the league. Only for now. Only for now. Oreos. Yeah, Oreos are 8th. Jaffa cakes are not a biscuit, for God's sake. It's in the name. I agree. I did say this. City. Oh, big save. Massive save from Pope. Right, so far you've got... Hang on. Come on, Key. Sort yourself out, mate. Sort your life out. Digestives. Custard cream. Jaffa cakes. Hobnobs, Bourbons, Oreos. Right, so you got 1, 2. You got 10th, 9th, 5th and 2nd. 10th, 9th, 5th and 2nd to get. Custard creams are the best, or Bourbons. Keith, this year has actually been a wild Premier League season. One win from anyone who sits between 10th and 4th has changed the entire table. Nate says, yeah, go City winning this match and excited to see who'll win the league, though. Arsenal, don't let me down tomorrow. Big game. We'll be live tomorrow for that one. Haaland should have done better there. Should have killed it off. There's only 3 minutes left. Not Tuck. No, not Tuck. So 10th is Ginger Nuts. 9th is Maryland Cookies. 5th, and I am astonished by this as someone who's very much a UK, stalwart, Biscoff. Biscoff is 5th. No Rich Tea in the top 10, but bloody Biscoff is 5th. So Biscoff was the 5th most sold biscuit sold in the UK last year. And second, bit of a, national identity for Scotland, shortbread. Second was shortbread. Shorties. We love a Scottish shorty. Jammy Dodgers. Jammy Dodgers weren't in the list, no. Jammy Dodgers didn't make it. I was surprised by that. I thought we'd see something like Wagon Wheels or something. No, 10th was Ginger Nuts. 9th Maryland Cookies. 8th Oreo. 7th Bourbon. 6th Hobnobs. 5th Biscoff. 4th Jaffa Cakes. 3rd Custard Creams. 2nd Shortbread. 1st Digestives. They were the top 10 biscuits sold last year. Crazy. No Jammy Dodgers. No Wagon Wheels. No Tunnocks Tea Cakes. Which, by the way, if Jaffa Cakes are included, then Tunnocks Tea Cakes should be. Shortbread's Scottish, I never knew. Oh, aye. Shortbread's massively Scottish. About as Scottish as kilts. Has to be chocolate digestives. They're the OG. No Jammy Dodgers. Bet Key loves Piccalilli. I don't love Piccalilli, but we've always got it in. Yeah, we've always got it in. But, well, I say we always had it in as a kid. When I was growing up, we always had... My dad loves Piccalilli. And he loves beetroot. And I've always had... And pickled onions as well. We've always had pickled onions in the cupboard. Beetroot. Like Barton's pickled onions. Barton's beetroot. And Piccalilli. Yeah. But I've never brought myself to try any of them. You can't eat anything that's luminous. You can't eat luminous food. Chocolate digestives will always be the great. Love it. Maryland cookies are shocking for me. The sawdust. Do you know why that is? They took all the chocolate out, all the cocoa, because cocoa is well more expensive now. If you look at the percentage of cocoa that was actually in, a Dairy Milk bar, for example, 20 years ago, and how much is actually in it now, it'll shock you. It's all synthetic. It's all lab-made nonsense, because actual cocoa's dead expensive. Newcastle strike! Oh, my goodness me. Harvey Barnes. We're into the last few seconds here. Harvey Barnes has just leathered one just wide. Italian biscuits are better. Beetroot needs gloves to eat. Pickled egg. Oh, I can't have pickled egg. Pope's coming up. Right, if Nick Pope scores here, the table's getting flipped. This is ridiculous, City. You've got to keep Nick Pope out. Come on, keep him out. Caught, ball whipped in. Header. Oh, get it away. Edge of the box. Get it away. All the way back. Newcastle pump it back into the box. City, you've got to win the header. It stood up to the far post. Headed behind again. No. Oh, come on. Keep him out. Full time. Hey, there you go. City 2. Newcastle 1. City 2, Newcastle 1. Right now, look at this. Now I can change the light behind me to tomorrow's colour. Liverpool tomorrow. Nottingham Forest. They're saying that. Forest are in red, aren't they? Oh, we'll be in green. No, we need to change it. Hey, there you go. Green for Liverpool tomorrow, because we'll be in our green away kit. Just in case there's any confusion. Full time here. City 2. City 2. Newcastle 1. City go within 2 points of Arsenal after that shocking draw against Wolves. Only 2 points behind now, and they're getting squeaky bum time, as Alex Ferguson used to call it. Arsenal's rear end is going 50 pence, 5 pence, 50 pence, 5 pence. It's really struggling. But there you go. Now we are moving on to tomorrow's live watch-alongs. We're going to be doing Forest against Liverpool at 2 o'clock, followed by the North London derby. Come on, Tottenham. Looking forward to it. Listen, if you enjoyed tonight, I really appreciate everyone in the chat, by the way. Lots of new faces, lots of new people in the chat. Really enjoyed talking to you, whether you're on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you are watching this. I really, really do appreciate you coming in. Make sure you've hit the like button on your way out. It massively helps me as a channel. If you wanted to see these pop up in your lives again, if you've been lurking, maybe you've not been in the chat, maybe you've been lurking, watching along, hit the like button, make sure you've subscribed, and I will see you all tomorrow for another big day of watch-along footy on Premier League Dad. Take it easy, lots of love, enjoy your Saturday night. See you soon. Ta-ra.